Tonight, we're going to update you on many bills we've been covering right here on Fox 23 News at 6:30 over the last couple of months. We'll start with one that is a big talker, and it's going to impact your kid's school next year. The House and Senate have a compromise in place that will ban cell phone use in all Oklahoma public schools, but just for 1 year. The Oklahoma House is moving forward with the state Senate's version of a bill to ban all cell phones bell to bell in Oklahoma public and charter schools.
I think the bill you have in front of you is like I said, a grand compromise in which you have a policy for a year, and then following that, every district would have an opt-out.
Both chambers passed their own bell-to-bell cell phone bans earlier this session, but the Senate would only pass a ban if it lasted for just 1 year.
I would say this is kind of a try it before you buy it kind of policy.
Enid Republican State Representative Chad Caldwell says the House will accept the Senate's one school year only bill. It's a compromise that means just for the 2025-2026 school year, every district in the state will have the same phone policy, and that's put it away for most of the day. The only thing that will vary district by district is that they will define what is considered an emergency in which a student can have their phone out and use it.
The House is in alignment, the governor is in alignment. Everyone agrees we need to do something.
Claremore Republican Senator Ali Seifert, who's been working with Caldwell, said last month on Fox 23 that many senators felt a 1 year ban would show that the policy does work. But after that 1 year, it will be up to districts to come up with their own policies on how to handle cell phones.
I argued that on the Senate floor because they said, do you only want to do this for 1 year? No, I hope they do it forever. But I'm asking them to do the complete best practice for 1 year, and then maybe they'll come back and adjust it. But my hope is that schools continue to have a policy.
There are opponents of the bill who say nothing in state law says a district cannot ban the use of phones on their own now, and they consider it a violation of local control for the state to tell districts what to do about cell phones, even if it's just for 1 year. The compromise has one more vote to go in the state house, and then it will head to Governor Stitt's desk, where he said he is eager to sign it and even called for a ban in his State of the State address back in February. A bill based off of anti-abortion protesters showing up at a Creek County state senator's church, hoping his pastor would publicly scold him, is also on the move at the state capitol. We broke this story last month that OSBI is investigating an incident involving protesters showing up at State Senator Todd Gallagher's church last month after he spoke out against a bill to convict women who get abortions. They would be convicted of murder. That bill did not pass. A bill that enhanced the buffer around churches when worship services in progress was written based off these protests.
I do not see Christ in your bill. And I heard the Old Testament loud and clear, an eye for an eye, but I did not see Christ in your bill.
A House committee voted unanimously to advance Senate Bill 743 written by Gallagher based off of what happened to him. The bill now needs one more hearing before going to the full House. A bill to ban the spanking of special needs children in Oklahoma public schools is closer to becoming law. We brought you coverage more than a month ago when the state Senate passed Senate Bill 364. If it becomes law, no child with a disability that is also on an IEP can be physically punished through paddling, spanking, or slapping. Opponents say spanking is a biblical principle that should be between the school and the parents. Supporters say many special needs children do not fully comprehend they are being punished. Rather, they think they are being attacked. The bill is awaiting a hearing in the House Oversight Committee now. After multiple years of Republicans trying to do this, a bill to change when local school board elections occur is one vote away from the governor's desk. Senate Bill 6 moves all local school board elections to August, and then if a runoff needs to happen, it would happen in November when other general elections happen. Supporters say voter turnout right now is very low for school board elections, which happen in late winter and early spring, and they are very low, and the method needs to change and get more people involved so that people decide what happens at their kids' schools.
You know, these are arguably one of the most important elections in our state, controlling the majority of our budget, and we should not stand by with 1 to 6% voter turnout. I ask for your yes vote.
Opponents of these changes say this is a violation of local control. Board members are elected in the spring so they can take the summer to prepare for the next school year. And there are concerns that both political parties will now be more heavily involved in the process than they are now. A controversial bill to change how state questions get on a statewide ballot is also one vote away from the governor's desk.
14 aye, 4 nay.
Speaker.
Before a crowded room, the House Oversight Committee approved Senate Bill 1027, even though there was some bipartisan opposition. The bill caps how many signatures can be collected in every county when it comes to future ballot measures that become state questions.
This is an important transparency measure. People should know when they're signing an initiative petition the fiscal impact of when people go to vote. They should know the fiscal impact of what they're voting on, because at the end of the day, it's easy to sell a bill of goods to people and say, hey, we're going to provide X, Y, and Z service, and not tell them that their taxes are going to go up or the other core services are going to get cut. People need to know with transparency what the impact of this does.
The real conversations in this building around initiative petitions are frustrations from my rural colleagues that the cities are making decisions that my rural colleagues don't like. I am sick and tired of 50% of Oklahoma being made to be less Oklahoman than rural Oklahoma just because we live in a more dense place.
Opponents of the bill say this is an attack on how people who live in cities like Tulsa and Oklahoma City make changes when lawmakers will not. We will continue to follow this.